Have you ever heard the chilling tale of a ghostly ship, glowing with an eerie light, appearing from the mist only to vanish again? A ship that brings storms, disaster, and death to all who witness it? This is the legend of the Flying Dutchman, the most infamous ghost ship to ever sail the seven seas. For centuries, sailors have whispered its name in fear, their faces pale under the dim light of their lanterns. To see the Dutchman is to see your own doom. But where did this terrifying story come from? Is it just a sailor's yarn, spun to pass the time on long voyages? Or is there something more to it? Today, we're diving deep into the dark waters of maritime folklore to uncover the origins, the sightings, and the enduring mystery of the cursed vessel, known as the Flying Dutchman. So batten down the hatches and brace yourselves as we set sail on a journey into one of history's most haunting legends. Our story begins over 300 years ago, in the golden age of sail, a time of great exploration and even greater peril. At the heart of the legend is a man named Hendrik van der Decken, a Dutch sea captain known for his skill, but even more so for his stubbornness and arrogance. He was the master of a magnificent vessel, sailing from the Netherlands to the lucrative East Indies. The journey was long and treacherous, especially the passage around the southern tip of Africa, the infamous Cape of Good Hope. This region was known to sailors as the Cape of Storms for a good reason. Its unpredictable weather and violent gales could swallow ships whole, sending them to a watery grave. It was here, in these turbulent waters, that Captain van der Decken's fate and the fate of his crew would be sealed forever. As the Flying Dutchman approached the Cape, the sky turned a bruised purple, and the sea began to churn with a terrifying ferocity. A monstrous storm, the likes of which even seasoned sailors had never seen, descended upon them. The wind howled like a banshee, and colossal waves crashed over the deck, threatening to tear the ship apart. The crew, terrified for their lives, begged their captain to turn back, to seek shelter in a nearby bay until the storm passed. But Captain van der Decken was a man who bowed to no one and nothing, not even the full, raw power of nature. He laughed in the face of the storm, lashing himself to the ship's wheel. He swore a blasphemous oath, cursing the heavens and God himself. He vowed that he would round the Cape, even if it took him until Judgment Day. And so, the legend says, a higher power heard his defiant cry. A voice echoed from the storm, or perhaps a ghostly figure appeared on the deck, accepting his oath. The curse was cast. Captain van der Decken and his ship, the Flying Dutchman, were doomed to sail the seas for all eternity, never to make port, never to find peace. They became a ghostly specter, a phantom ship forced to endlessly battle the storm that they could never conquer. The captain, now a tormented spirit, was condemned to lead his ghostly crew on an endless, hopeless voyage, forever paying the price for his hubris. The Flying Dutchman was no longer a vessel of trade, but an omen of death and a permanent resident of the world's most unforgiving oceans. You might think this is just a tall tale, but what makes the legend of the Flying Dutchman so compelling are the countless alleged sightings reported over the centuries. These aren't just from drunken sailors, but from credible witnesses, including royalty. One of the most famous accounts comes from 1881. Prince George, who would later become King George V of England, was a midshipman on board the HMS Bacchante. In his official log, he recorded seeing a strange red light from a phantom brig. He wrote that the Flying Dutchman crossed their bows, its masts and sails standing out in a strange, phosphorescent glow. The lookout who first spotted the ship fell from the mast and died later that day. And the admiral, who was also on board, soon fell ill and died. A chilling coincidence, or proof of the curse. The sightings didn't stop there. During World War II, Karl Dönitz, the German U-boat admiral, noted in his war diary that some of his submarine crews had reported sightings of the phantom ship in the waters near the Cape. Even in more recent times, sailors and lighthouse keepers in South Africa have claimed to see a ghostly old-fashioned vessel appearing in the mist during storms, only to vanish without a trace. These accounts often share similar details. The ship appears suddenly, glows with an unnatural light, and is often seen sailing against the wind, an impossible feat for a sailing ship. Could so many people from different eras and backgrounds all be mistaken? Or are they all seeing the same spectral vision, a cursed ship still trying to round the Cape after more than 3 centuries? According to maritime folklore, the curse of the Flying Dutchman isn't just a punishment for its own crew. It's a plague upon anyone who crosses its path. Seeing the ship is said to be a terrible omen, a sign that a disastrous storm is imminent or that death is close at hand. But the curse can be even more direct. Legend has it that the ghostly crew of the Dutchman will sometimes try to communicate with the living. They might hail a passing ship, asking them to take letters back home with them, letters addressed to people who have been dead for hundreds of years. The stories warn that any captain foolish enough to accept these letters from the dead invites the curse upon their own ship and crew. Disaster is sure to follow. This aspect of the legend adds a layer of interactive horror, turning the Dutchman from a passive omen into an active threat that can pull other unfortunate souls into its tragic fate. So why has this story endured for so long? The legend of the Flying Dutchman has sailed far beyond the realm of sailors' tailies, becoming a powerful symbol in our wider culture. It has inspired countless books, poems, and paintings. It's the subject of a famous opera by Richard Wagner and has made numerous appearances in films, most notably in the Pirates of the Caribbean series, where the ship is a terrifying organic vessel commanded by the cursed Davy Jones. The legend taps into some of our deepest human fears and fascinations. It has a powerful cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris, of a man who dared to defy God and nature and paid an eternal price. It speaks to the terrifying and untamable power of the ocean, a force that can humble even the proudest of men. And ultimately, it has a story of eternal punishment and the chilling idea of a soul trapped between life and death, forever lost at sea. Is the Flying Dutchman real? Is there a spectral ship still sailing the stormy waters off the Cape of Good Hope, crewed by the damned? Or is it a psychological phenomenon, a mirage known as a fata morgana, which can make ships appear to float in the air or look distorted? Perhaps it's a combination of natural phenomena, fear, and a powerful human need for storytelling. The ocean is a vast, mysterious place, and for centuries, it was the great unknown. It's only natural that our ancestors would populate its depths with monsters and its horizons with ghosts. Whether you believe it's a real ghost ship or a powerful piece of folklore, the legend of the Flying Dutchman remains one of the most enduring and haunting tales of the sea. It serves as a timeless reminder of the respect the ocean demands and the chilling consequences of daring to defy its power. What do you think? Is the Flying Dutchman still out there, forever trying to round the Cape? Have you ever heard any other chilling stories from the sea? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading your theories and stories. And if you enjoyed this journey into the heart of a legend, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.